Outside this porter cabin, this rough hard porter cabin, what was destined for a bonfire at one point night, I think. With the swallows dive bombing you all the time. Here they are, look. Here they are. And they're creating all the hell now, watch. And I think it's their second clutch. So if we just go quietly in here. I think it's their second clutch of young'uns, which is brilliant because they were in a little bit of decline. I think there's a nest in there now. It's been here years, this porter cabin. This was in my office originally, and then roof sort of blew up. And then one of my eldest lads was going to live in it at one point, but it was just too rough to start. So, but yeah, it's swallow nesting ground at the moment. They'll have to find somewhere else next year because they always come back, you know, to the same nest. So yeah, better get out way. Look at these, creating all the hell. Yeah. I love them. It's a lovely time of year when you see your first swallow. I've just had a telling off from Oliver. I've just come back with a load of bales, and I've had a little window open up door. And he's called me a dairy farmer. Is that what dairy farmers do? So I filled a cab with muck and dust, and yeah, dairy farm. Worst things to be in. So yeah, very, very pleased with that loader. Bloody brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Pulls like a train and safe as well. Yeah, good buy. So he's got, I think he's got 6 loads of straw to tip now in this barn. We put in, he baled them. We couldn't get no tension in the bales. So he's ended up baling them half the speed as normal because, I don't know, the straw's that sort of springy and dry that it was woofing through baler without causing a lot of tension. So yeah, he baled yesterday. Got 6k instead of 12 and 13.
Through the fields of our paths, feelings part our ways, keeping us close but estranged now. Dreams holding us closer, meadows of our youth, 107 days, recalling it backwards. Our dreams holding us closer. We can see so clear. We can see so clear.
We had a bit of a do with the big girl. We were flitting fields and Phil noticed actually that drawbar was moving away a bit funny. And under investigation, all these bolts had sheared, or most of them had sheared off. And there was about 3 holding it, so it was relying on all the pull from the back under the drawbar, that main pin. And there's 4 bolts holding that. And to be fair, how heavy and hard it was, it could have been disastrous. It could have pulled the cast. I think it could have pulled the casting apart. So luckily we caught that in, and while I've been away, Frank sorted it out for us. So, but we've got a bit of land work to do, only on some kind land. But I mean, I went to see Oliver at Burnby, and he was up and down the only hill we've got, and the bloody thing was the Simba Solo was dancing around something rotten. God, there's a great whirlwind in our yard. Where is it? See it? Look at it. This really long field of ours, it's very shaded actually. It doesn't, I don't know, it don't grow a lot of good corn because, I mean, this half of it's shade most of the day. Look at the shadow. And we're thinking of grass in it. We've got wild insect mixed out bottom in some real wet parts of it, and the rest of it I think we're going to grass. But we've just took advantage of taking all these trees back. There was like oak trees and some ash trees what were really leaning over, so we've chopped them off and we put them in middle here, and lads came yesterday and carved them up, so they'll be on their way to the power station. So yeah, just tidied it up a bit, and yeah, there's going to be 10 acre more grass next year. Like I say, we had spring barley this time, but yeah, I don't know, it didn't do real well. Do about 2 ton maybe. Yeah, this is one of our insect mixes, and I mean it went in alright, but it didn't really rain, and it's just filled in with wild oats. But when you do look at it, there's insects galore, so whatever's there is sort of attracting insects, so it's doing its job. But I don't think a lot what we drilled grew, because whether it germinated and died off because it was so dry, I don't know. But I mean, it's a haven for nature, so it is doing a job. But I think we'll have to it was a 2-year mix, so I think we'll have to re-drill it all next year. This is one of our most impressive fields of spring barley actually, and it was the ones what we buggered about with cover crops, and we're doing exactly the same this year. A few more other little experiments. We're going to work a little bit of it. We're going to direct drill some. We're going to put that toolbar through it, some of it, and just see and see if there's any difference in sort of how stuff gets established, and which is the method for the best method for the job. But I think these cover crops on your poorer lands, I don't think you have to spend a fortune on them, but I think there is a gap for it, because it definitely improves the soil. Morning, it's the 30th of August, another month gone. I'm afraid it's the end of the line for this lot. We're expecting a wagon. In fact, he's here now. He's just turned out track his wagon, and there'll be a lad coming to help us load them. And yeah, mad muck out. They want to. It's Tuesday this morning. They want to fill us up on Friday. We haven't drilled any rape yet, so we sort of want to be on with that. And sort of a busy week, you know. We've got some land work to do. We've just amended big tractor. We've had well, not a disaster. It could have been a disaster, I'll show you. But anyway, right, I'll move this bale and get him backed up. I hope there's not just me and him, because that will be bloody hard work. That's one thing you don't want to be doing much of, is it? Leaving lights on and unnecessary electric use, because Christ, it's going through the roof, isn't it? See, they're paddling out now, and they'll come out into the passage when there's a load. In fact, I'll shut doors soon. And then we'll slap them and they'll be up into the next load.